March 31st, last day of the month, and it is still the middle of Eric Clapton week. Hope everybody's having a good time with a couple of old Cream tunes that have appeared lately, Sunshine of Your Love and Badge. Might be a few more on the horizon, you never know. And let's see, the big news around here. Oh yeah, so yesterday's was Badge. I hope people are working on this. Definitely a cool little picking exercise, so I hope you've had a chance to check that out and work on it. It's kind of along the lines of Don't Fear the Reaper, or even Here Comes the Sun, but a little more complicated than Don't Fear the Reaper, so it's something I really like to have people play. The biggest news around here is, when I say it's the last day of the month, that means it's the last day. You have till midnight tonight, California time, to get in entries to win a guitar. That's it. Win the guitar. Or maybe something else. Maybe a set of strings if you already have a guitar. We'll see. And again, the rules are pretty much write a song, although you can use an existing song, and just change the lyrics to something related to your experience with Totally Guitars. And I hope it's been as fun as mine, because you probably figured out I'm having a blast doing this. It's really, really neat. So appreciate all the support we've had from everybody. And okay, I don't need to get too drippy about this. So that's the big news. The song competition is coming to an end tonight, and again, here it is the day after Eric Clapton's birthday. And one of the reasons that, Matt, there was a thread on the forum that he wanted people to pop in their top 10 Eric Clapton songs, is we're going to try to get to moving some of those up on the list in terms of trying to get what's going to happen for our target members. So stay tuned, because we're working fast and furiously at this and trying to respond as much to the requests as we can. I have to be the ultimate decision maker in most of these things. So some of the songs just don't lend themselves very well to acoustic guitar, but we'll see. Let's see, let's go back a little bit. Oops, I guess I don't need my pick anymore. I'm done playing for today. So let's review some of the trivia things. Yes, yesterday's question was way too easy. There were 6 bands Clapton was in, and I think Uncle Walt got it like right away and kind of effectively ended the competition. They were, of course, the Yardbirds, John Mayall's Blues Breakers, and then they formed Cream. Then he kind of left form. Cream. Most of these bands didn't. He didn't last very long with any of them. Went into Blind Faith with Steve Winwood for all of one album, much like John Mayall, one album. Yardbirds, well, a few singles and things like that. He was with them for about a year and a half, I think. And of course, Cream made 2, kinda, before they sort of crumbled. And the mystery band was Delaney and Bonnie and Friends, who were a couple that he had met in Memphis, I believe, and just started hanging out with. And that also started forming his friendship a little bit along those same lines. Part of the same circle were some of the people that showed up on later albums, in particular Duane Allman and his circle of folks. And then, of course, the last band that included Duane, for at least as kind of a guest guy, was Derek and the Dominoes. So I think we got them all there. Yardbirds, Blues Breakers, Cream, Blind Faith, Delaney and Bonnie, Derek. So going back to yesterday, or the day before's trivia question though, people had asked about, or somebody had suggested that it maybe was McCartney's. The question was the first solo album by a Beatle. And I Can't Count the Family Way, which was a soundtrack that Paul sort of composed, although it was billed as the George Martin Orchestra, for a movie that came out in 1966. So it absolutely predates my vote for that, Wonderwall by George Harrison. I can't heavily recommend this album, but if you want to be a completist and want to hear some really unusual stuff, Wonderwall is worth checking out. It was also the soundtrack to a movie, but it was billed, as you can see, Wonderwall music by George Harrison. So kind of a cool one. Now, George made another album on their fledgling label, Zapple, Electronic Sound. I can recommend this one even less than I can Wonderwall, but I have all these and I have to have them all. But anyway, I don't listen to them too often, but I might put that one on today just to review some things. So I think that's all I need to tell you today. Let's have one quick trivia question. The signature lick to Layla that I played back at the beginning of this. 2 things about it. Where did Eric get it? Or not who inspired it, who wrote it? Who came up with that set of notes? And what other song that Eric played had the exact same lick in it. That's it for today. That might be really too easy too, but let's see if we can come up with that one. We'll be back tomorrow, April Fool's Day, with more news and maybe some actual like real playing. I don't know. We'll see.